Green Tree Productions is proud to present Duncanville Weekly News. It's the good news just for the City of Champions, Duncanville, Texas. And now, here's your host, John Thompson.
Hello, world, America, Texas, and Duncanville, and welcome to this edition of Duncanville Weekly News for the last days of January, first days of February 2015. Glad you're logged on and watching. Well, we've got a pretty diversified show for you this time. It'll be the first time for the soccer update as the DHS soccer teams are well into their season. Also, we're, of course, going to go to the Hoops Corner and see the highlights of the last three games of the Panthers and the Pantherettes as they are in the middle of their district action as we speak. But first, the Celebrate Duncanville event returned after 2 long years of absence. The City of Duncanville and the Chamber of Commerce have an awards banquet at the Hilton Garden Inn. It happened last week, and here are some scenes. On Thursday evening at the Hilton Garden Inn, the Chamber of Commerce and the City of Duncanville held the hopefully annual, again, Celebrate Duncanville event to a big crowd. Terry Webb was the master of ceremonies this year and did a great job. Steve Martin, the Chamber of Commerce president and chairman of the Sandra Meadows Classic Tournament, made a special presentation to DHS Athletic Director and girls basketball coach Kathy Self-Morgan for her team's achievements before and since coming to Duncanville.
Next year, and thank you for everything that you guys do to support us. Thank you.
Dr. Alfred Ray, the superintendent of schools in Duncanville, gave an update regarding the school district, including recognitions earned by individuals and organizations at DISD, and included the hiring of a new football coach.
And this just in, former Skyline head coach Reginald Samples has been hired to lead the Duncanville Panthers.
Then Mayor David Green, after a 2-year vacation, gave his State of the City address, the first one we've had since his last one 2 years ago. Also, Mayor Green presented 2 awards of excellence. The first to Tracy Maynard of W&B Sales and Service, and the other to Mary Love, who now has 3 businesses on Main Street. Then Chamber Chairman of the Board, Amber Hatley, was next and presented 5 Chamber awards, and after reviewing her year as chairman. The first was her own Chairman's Award, and it was to Tommy Raines. Then Pioneer Award went to Don Pope of Raymond James Financial. The Entrepreneur Award went to Mary Love. Amy Jackson was named the Chamber Member of the Year.
One more, Amy.
The Chamber Newcomer of the Year was Raul Rios of City View Tacos. Then the highlight of the evening, as last year's presented this year's Man and Woman of the Year.
She's been previously selected as a Chamber Member of the Year. And besides being one of the busiest people in town, her personal interests include golf, keeping in touch with her long-term friends, camping sometimes, and spending quality time with her husband Roger and her children Matthew and April, her son-in-law David, and her 2 grandchildren Luke and Elizabeth. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me congratulate our 2014 Duncanville Woman of the Year, Miss Betsy Vance.
I'm extremely honored and really surprised.
But every day we've been here in Duncanville has made our life, has changed our life. It was the best decision Roger and I ever made, or I made for Roger.
He started his career in the food business with Long John Silver's and was with him for 23 years. He transferred to the DFW area in 1992. He then decided to stop frying fish and eat fresh. That gives you a clue. Would Alan Connolly please come forward?
I don't know what to say. I guess the first thing I could say is, why me, Lord? But then I think I'd have to say, thank you, Lord. And I have a lot of people to thank, so bear with me. Hey, where's Paul's Carrie? That's Paul over there. Yeah, that's Paul over there. Anyway, what my son-in-law didn't tell you was what he said is that Daddy took my hair. So that's true. Anyway, I have to say thank you so much to everybody, to my crew, to my family, to my friends, to my employees, to my friends, and the city. Y'all been really good to me. I feel like the George Bailey of Duncanville. Thank you.
Congratulations, Betsy and Alan and all the award recipients. It was another great evening at the Hilton Garden Inn.
Hello there, my name's Jerry Frazier. I'm a CPA here in Duncanville, and I want you to know that I'm a sports fan. The weather's kind of cold this winter, and everything's happening. It's Uncle Sam's the reason for my season. So I want you to know that right now I'm ready for some hoops.
Hoops? Did you say hoops? We gotcha hoops. Right here in the Hoops Corner on Duncanville Weekly News with all the highlights from the latest Duncanville Panther and Pantherette basketball games and a peek at upcoming games. The Hoops Corner is brought to you by James Memorial Chapel, Duncanville's only home-owned funeral home. Leon Miller Commercial Real Estate Properties on Main Street. Need some space? Call Leon at 972-709-7181. Fry Integra Insurance Services, your hometown insurance agency for 30 years for all insurance types. Call 972-296-9786 for John or Todd. By the Wolverton Company, serving Duncanville's heating and cooling needs for longer than anybody can remember. 972-296-COOL. Jim McDonald's State Farm Insurance Agency, right here in Duncanville on Main Street. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Jim are there. And by Ambit Energy. You have power options. Call Energy Specialist Don McBurnett at 214-918-9981. You'll be glad you did. And now, in the Hoops Corner, here's John with all the Hoops highlights.
Hello, Duncanville basketball fans, and welcome back to the Hoops Corner. Well, both the Panthers and the Pantherettes are about halfway through their District 8 6A action. So let's get right to the highlights for the last 3 games and start this week with the Pantherettes. Here's how they did in their 3 games. The second round of district play began for the Pantherettes Tuesday night with those harmless Grand Prairie Lady Gophers. And they came over for their annual whooping, and only the real, true Pantherette fans were on hand for this route. And in early play, Kyla's runner is put back by Sierra. But Kyla has this one in the bucket. Zay drives the lane. Scores and is fouled in the act. And then Tay is loose for a layup, and after one, it's 27-6. Pantherettes. In the second, Anaya hits a three-point shot. And then KP scores and is fouled. Then she feeds Maddie for two more. Nisha intercepts and scores. It's a rebound battle won by Jazz. And at the half, it's 43-10 Pantherettes. In the third, Asia into KP for a turnaround baseline hoop. And then Rosie pops an 18-foot shot. And it's a 37-point lead after three. In the fourth, Zay makes a good pass to Sierra for two. And then Zay nails a three-point shot. Tay hits a runner. And it's over. Final, Pantherette 66 and Grand Prairie 21. Zay led the scoring with 16, as all 11 Pantherettes were in the scoring column. Then Friday night, it was over to DeSoto to the Lady Eagles, whom the Pantherettes had beaten at home here in December by only about 6 points. And the late arriving crowd saw a close game for a while, and Sierra's rebound hoop got things started. Then Jazz makes a nice drive in basket. And after one, it's 14-10 Pantherettes. In the second, Jazz makes the good pass to Maddie for two and one. It was around the horn on this play, and Sierra scores in the post. There were 21 Duncanville cheerleaders at DeSoto Friday night. DeSoto leads by 4, and this late quarter basket put them up by 6 at the half. Nisha opens the third with a driving hoop. And then Sierra makes a nice fake and bank shot. This three-point basket from Tay brought the Pantherettes to within 2. Then Sierra ties it with this rebound and hoop. Zay puts the Pantherettes ahead with this nice driving basket, with the Lady Eagles stuck on 33 for more than the last half of the third quarter. The Pantherettes lead 38-33 after 3. DeSoto finally scored early in the fourth, but Tay answers with a driving hoop down the lane. And then after the Lady Eagles went another 2 minutes without scoring, Sierra put the Pantherettes up by 14. Later, Jazz makes a nice drive down the lane and bucket. It's Maddie to Tay for the final point. And the DeSoto scoreboard says the final is 56-45. Pantherettes. Sierra scored 19 and Zay 12 as the Pantherettes are now 8-0 in District 8 6A play. Tuesday night he was over to Mansfield to give those Lady Tigers a spanking, and on the first possession, Sierra rebounds and scores and is fouled. And the Pantherettes take an early lead for good. Tay gets loose for two. It's Jazz to C, and when she's triple teamed, over to Maddie for an uncontested hoop, and it's 15-5, Pantherettes after one. In the second, KP rebounds and scores. And then Rosie makes the good pass to Asia for two. And one. It's Jazz into Sierra for two again. And one again. Rosie makes the right pass to Zay on the break. And at the half, it's 28-9, Pantherettes. In the third, KP finally gets it to go down among four defenders. Nisha hits a smooth 16-foot shot. KP again well defended. And it's 50-25 after three. Here's the essence of the fourth quarter. Ania scores on a break. And then Asia steals on the press and scores. Then Ania does it the same way. And this kind of prompts a Mansfield timeout, I think. Rosie with a bank shot. And KP with a close range hoop from the right side. Then one from the left side. Nisha finishes this one at the buzzer. Final, Pantherette 71 and Mansfield 35. Sierra had 15, KP 12, Zay had 11 with 10 Pantherettes in the scoring column. So now the girls are kind of winding down their district action. And here's what the standings look like right now. The Pantherettes are the only undefeated team in the district. Their motto this year, or their theme, is something to prove, and they're doing it. Cedar Hill is 6-2, and DeSoto, as you can see, is 6-3, and South Grand Prairie 5-3. Those four teams are going to be in the playoffs for this district. The other three are getting ready for softball and baseball season.
Jane's Memorial Chapel is the only family-owned funeral home in Duncanville and is proud to offer caring and dedicated services from familiar friends. Rick Janes and his family, the owners of Jane's Memorial Chapel and Funeral Home, have served Duncanville area families in their time of loss since 1998. A beautiful and spacious chapel is offered, and Jane's serves all cemeteries. When it comes to finding people you can trust in a time of need, you can turn to Jane's Memorial Chapel. No one else knows families better. 811 South Cockrell Hill in Duncanville.
So since the Panthers and the Pantherettes both have basically the same schedule from here on, we'll go over the upcoming games for the teams after the Panther highlights. They played the same three schools, and here's how they did. On Tuesday after their bye night, the Panthers hosted the Grand Prairie Gophers as a much improved team from previous years, and Matthew gets things going a minute and a half into the game with a three-point bomb. And then Bryant gets it to Austin for two. Jalen gets a bucket on an inbounds pass from Matthew. Chris hits a pair of late quarter free throws just before Cameron hits a shot from beyond that arc. And after one, it's 15-6 Panthers. Check this out. On a break, Matthew feeds Ippy, but his shot goes to the backside of the backboard and stays there, but they got it down in time for the free throws. Matthew nails another three-point hoop. And after a bunch of free throws, it's 29-17 Panthers at the half. Chris makes a great pass to Matthew for a reverse layup early in the third quarter, and Cameron hits another deep corner three-point shot. And after three, the Panthers' lead is still 12. In the fourth, Austin follows his shot, scores, and is fouled. After a couple more baskets from Austin, Matthew stops and pops. After more free throws, it was over. Final, Panthers 65 and the Gophers 52. Matthew had 24, Austin 17. Cameron scored 14 as the Panthers are 3-2 in district action. Then on Friday night, the first of hopefully three meetings of the Panthers with the DeSoto Eagles took place in DeSoto to a big crowd. DeSoto jumped up early, but Chris helped stay close with this shot. Austin snares a rebound and makes a well-defended shot. Matthew makes a smooth 17-foot shot. Then he pulls the Panthers to within one with this three-point effort. Jalen hits as the team swap scores for a while. Coach Chisholm has a little discussion with one of the referees as the Eagles line up for a free throw. And after one, it's 18-13, the Eagles. Jalen stops and pops early in the second quarter. This three-point hoop by Jalen put the Panthers up by 4. 2.5 minutes into the quarter. Later, down by 4, Jalen demonstrates his soft touch for this bucket. Chris keeps things close with this three-point hoop. And at the half, the Panthers lead by 1. In the third, Chris hits a three-point goal from the deep corner as both teams played some tough defense. At this time, Bryant spots a cutting Chris for 2. Time is running out in the third, and Chris hits a three-point shot at the buzzer. At first, the scoreboard operator gives the 2 points to DeSoto, but the officials listened to Cliff as he tried to tell them that it was a three-point shot, and he gave the damn points to the wrong team. They huddled and changed the score, but only gave the Panthers 2 points for a 4-point lead after 3. Here's the essence of the fourth quarter. And this score put the Eagles back in front 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jalen hits a much-needed three-point shot to pull the Panthers to within 1 with a couple of minutes left, but scoring the last 6 points of the game. DeSoto wins 60-52. Chris had 16. Matthew 15, and Jalen had 14 as the Panthers are now 3-3 in district action. Then on Tuesday night, the second round of District 8 6A action started for the Panthers at Mansfield, a team they had beaten by about 40 in December, and this one was no different as Jalen nails a three-point shot to get it started. Then Matthew finds Bryant for 2 and 1. Then he finds Austin for 2 more. Bryant turns and banks. And then Chris hits a nice three-point basket. And then Matthew does too. And it's 27-5 after 1. Cameron opens the second quarter with another good shot from behind that arc on the floor. And then with Bam gone, Ippy needs to pick up the lane play, and he does on this possession. Cameron hits another three-point shot from the Mansfield bench. There's a new guy in town, Cedric Madison, and he scores on a break and is fouled and completes the three-point play. And at the half, it's 49-17 Panthers. Austin continues this route early in the third. And then Matthew gets loose and dunks. Jalen has his right big toe on the arc and only gets 2. And then Matthew just barely has his heel out of the water cooler and gets 3. And it's 71-33 after 3. And Becky takes a much-needed break. Then she logs in another 3 points from Cedric. Final Panthers 86 and the Tigers 45. Jalen had 19, Cameron 14, Austin and Matthew had 13 apiece, and Cedric had 11.
The Panthers are just now turning the corner on the second round of district action, and here's what their standings look like.
In this district, anybody can beat anybody, as you can see. DeSoto and Cedar Hill and the Panthers and South Grand Prairie are kind of atop the district right now, but Midlothian and Grand Prairie and Mansfield have upset some people, so anything can happen in District 8, 6A.
The upcoming games for the Panthers and the Pantherettes look something like this.
On Friday, South Grand Prairie will be here. And then on Tuesday the 3rd, the Panthers and Pantherettes go to Cedar Hill. Then on Friday the 6th, Midlothian will be here, and this will be the Pantherettes' final regular season game.
As we mentioned, the soccer teams at Duncanville High School are into their season, and here's an update.
For the soccer update on Duncanville Weekly News, featuring highlights and recaps of DHS soccer. The soccer update is brought to you this week by Duncanville Optical, featuring polycard lenses. And now, here's the Duncanville High School soccer update.
The girls' soccer team, under Coach Jessica Perez Woodrum, were 2-1-1 in the Northwest tournament to open their season, then lost a couple in a weather-shortened Duncanville Classic. They are 3-3-1 on the season and 1-0 in District 8 6A play after winning their opener to Mansfield last Tuesday. Upcoming games for the girls are Friday, hosting South Grand Prairie, Tuesday the 3rd at Cedar Hill, and then on Friday the 6th hosting Midlothian. The 8-6A girls play at home when the boys travel, and vice versa. The varsity girls' home games are at Old Panther Field at 8 o'clock. Good luck, Panthers.
Hello, this is Duncanville Optical.
If someone in your family has an active lifestyle, they may benefit from polycarb lenses in their eyeglasses. You won't see double in polycarb lenses from Duncanville Optical. Polycarb lenses are thinner, lighter weight, and 10 times stronger than standard plastic lenses. When you need eyeglasses, please remember Duncanville Optical, 533 West Wheatland Road in Duncanville. Call today to find out about our polycarb lenses, 972-298-5800.
The boys soccer team is off to a good start. They were 2-0-1 in the Klein Showcase Tournament to open their season. Then they went 2-1 in the Duncanville Classic, and they're now 6-2-2 on the season. And after beating Mansfield on Tuesday, they are 1-0 in District 8 6A play. Upcoming games are Friday at South Grand Prairie, Tuesday, February the 3rd, hosting Cedar Hill, and Friday the 6th, hosting Midlothian. All of the District 8 6A games are at 8 o'clock. The Panthers' home games are at Old Panther Field. Good luck, Panthers.
We'll be back on or before February the 10th with the highlights of the basketball and an update on the soccer and more. As we close, let's see some more scenes from the Celebrate Duncanville event that was held a couple of weeks ago at the Holiday Inn by the Chamber in the city. And we'll see you February the 10th.
I'm going there.
Well, not a financial director. Yeah, sitting here drinking a beer.
Alright, I got it. I'm doing a red carpet. Okay.
Let's not block each other.
I'd like to introduce to you Jen.
Good.
We run this city.
Look up, Ray.
Hello.
Let it go. It's already started.
Cause you don't